And welcome inside the Bercy Arena on the shoreline of the Seine River in Paris, day 6 of wheelchair basketball at the 2024 Paralympic Games. It is men's quarterfinal time. It is Great Britain against Australia, followed by USA against France. My name is Rob Snook. Glad to have you along wherever you're watching for this fascinating Commonwealth battle in front of we expect another full and noisy crowd at the Bercy Arena. Before we get started in this game, we need to handle let's take a look at the standings first, and you'll see this. Great Britain unbeaten so far. Australia has lost 3 in a row. However, they have been in each and every one of these games. And these two teams met 3 years ago in Tokyo. Only 1 point separated them in the end. The winner of this game will play Germany in the semifinals. Now the coup de baton ceremony to officially launch the program. 3 taps used in French theater, signifying the official start of the program. Handling the honor, Aurélie Merle and Mathilda Maurice, directors of the sports department of Paris 2024. In a big way responsible for the organization and delivery of the sports competitions that have made these games such a success. Now it's time to meet the players from both teams in this battle between Australia and Great Britain.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to welcome both teams to the court. First, Team Australia.
The team from Australia, they're called the Rollers, is bringing 6 Paralympic rookies in. Let's start to meet the team. There is Samuel White. He's in his 3rd Paralympic Games. Where's the number 1? He's 37 years of age. Frankie Pindar, he's been a real good addition to the team in his first Paralympic Games. There's Jalen Brown, averaging almost 10 points a game and leads the tournament in fouls drawn. Here's Ethan Leard, who'll be playing in Italy this year, the 18-year-old from Brisbane. Bill Latham, well known in the European leagues, averaging 11 points per game and 8.3 rebounds. That is 6th best. There's the veteran, Sean Norris, 39, from Alexander Heights in Western Australia, 6-time Paralympian. Captain Tristan Knowles from Wollongong, just outside of Sydney, in his 6th Paralympic Games. Yannick Blair, also well known, playing in Europe, 32 years of age, in his 4th Paralympic Games. Tom O'Neill Thorne, 10 points per game in his 3rd Paralympic Games. Luke Popel, 32-year-old, in his 1st Paralympic Games. He's played on club teams in Italy and Germany. There's Thomas McHugh, 22, from Western Australia, in his 1st Paralympic Games. And Phil Evans, 23-year-old from Woodvale in Western Australia. He played some university basketball at the University of Arizona. How about that man, Brad Ness? Took over the head coaching job last December, a 5-time Paralympian as a player. Australia, twice gold medalists at the Paralympic Games, twice silver medalists historically. The team from Great Britain, silver medalists last year at the World Championships and gold at the European Championships. Lee Fryer, averaging 7 points in just 10 minutes per game at this tournament. Simon Brown, the 3-time Paralympian. There is Kyle Marsh, also averaging 7 points per game in his 16 minutes on the floor. Terry Bywater, 7 points for him on the average in this tournament in just 6.5 minutes, a 7-time Paralympian. Here's Harry Brown, averages just under 12 minutes per game. There's Abdi Jama, playing in his 5th Paralympic Games. He can be a really dangerous shooter. So can this man. And Greg Warburton leads the team in points, and he leads the tournament in steals. Lee Manning leads the tournament in rebounding. The big man, all kinds of damage when he gets under the basket. Jim Palmer, he's a plus 22 on the Great Britain roster, and he is a very effective player. Peter Cusack was an under-23 world champion. He's playing in his 1st Paralympic Games. Ben Fox, athletic and powerful. He's averaging 11 points per game and almost 6 rebounds. There's the captain, Phil Pratt. He talked about how he had to miss the last Paralympic Games in Tokyo for family reasons. He is back. He's the captain, averaging 13 points per game, almost 14 assists, leading the tournament in assists for head coach Bill Johnson. Well, historically, the Aussie Rollers have had a little more Paralympic success than Great Britain, winning gold twice. Great Britain has been better in international events in recent years. Now the national anthems for both teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Australia. The national anthem for Great Britain.
A Commonwealth battle to get to the semi-finals. Here's your lineup for Australia. They are a dangerous team through the lineup. Yes, they haven't won a game here yet, but they have been, as we mentioned, in every game. The starters, well, we'll do the starters for Great Britain while they're on the screen. They have stayed the same. Warburton, Manning, Palmer, Fox, and Pratt. Pre-game handshakes. Australia, the top rebounding team so far in Paris, has taken more and scored more three-pointers than any other team in the tournament. While Great Britain hasn't taken a lot of those, but leads the tournament in several categories, including field goal percentage, free throw percentage, steals, points from turnovers, that's a big one, and fast break points. Great Britain has won its first 3 games by an average of over 26 points. Australia has lost its 3 games against Netherlands, Spain, and USA by an average of only 7.8 points. There's Australia's starters: Pinder and Latham, Knowles, O'Neill-Thorne, and Evans. Well, Brad Ness has a track record of success, rivaled by few in wheelchair basketball as a player, looking to get his team into the win column and eliminate this team from medal contention. Warburton, Manning, Palmer, Fox, and Pratt, the captain, will be the starters. There's the head coach of Great Britain, Bill Johnson, the Canadian, whose brother Joey is beside him on the bench, the legendary player for Canada. Interestingly enough, Brad Ness and Joey Johnson would have played countless games against one another back in their game-playing days, including a couple of gold medals. In Beijing in 2008, it was Australia winning. In London in 2012, it was Canada winning. Who's going to win this one? Who's going to stay alive in the hunt for gold in this battle? Australians were 2014 world champions, as well as their Paralympic success. Great Britain, 2018 world champions. They have never tasted Paralympic gold. Could this be the year for the team in white? And it is game time in this Commonwealth battle. And it's going to be first possession to Great Britain. Ben Fox with the ball. Nice save by Warburton. Gives it to Pratt. Being watched by Latham. From behind the screen, instead of shooting, he dishes off a sweet little pass for Fox. And the first bucket of the game, it goes to Great Britain. Last time these two teams met at the Paralympic tournament was 3 years ago in Tokyo. Australia took a huge lead in that game. Here's O'Neill Thorne going to the hoop, banks it in. The Aussies, as we mentioned back in Tokyo, led that game by 15 points at the end of the first quarter, by 13 at the half. They still led at the end of 3 by 5, but Great Britain had a little better success in that fourth quarter and sneaked out a 1-point win. Under the basket, big man Manning gets that one to fall as everybody waits in anticipation for it. Lee Manning leads the tournament in rebounding after the preliminary round. Tom O'Neill Thorne dishes for Knowles. Captain Tristan Knowles back to O'Neill Thorne. Works it back into Knowles, and a nice little bank shot off the glass and in. 5 members of this Great Britain team won an under-23 world title. Nice steal for Australia. Here they come. O'Neill Thorne couldn't shoot. Back for Latham. Picks it out for Knowles. And he is fouled. And he is fouled from beyond the arc. So he is going to go and shoot 3. I'll mention that under-23 World Championship that Great Britain won. 5 players from this team on that team. Tom O'Neill Thorne was on the Australia team against them. He and Warburton were both on the tournament all-star team. Warburton was the MVP of that. He's been the MVP of lots of tournaments. That's the first free throw of the tournament that Tristan Knowles has missed. He's a 2-time world champion in his pocket as well. 2 out of 3 for Captain Knowles. Australia leads by a couple. Australia pressing. They've got good chair skills. Trying to hem Great Britain in. Here's Phil Pratt, averaging over more than 13 assists per game and 13 points per game. But a nice steal under the basket by Frankie Pinder. Good alertness there. Australia breaks the press. Here's Latham. And the Aussies want a moment for O'Neill Thorne to get back in the play. No foul on the play. It's going to be Aussie inbound with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Here's O'Neill Thorne for 3. Australian team that has taken more 3-point attempts than any other team in the tournament. That one a little short from O'Neill Thorne. Aussies back-picking Pinder, so it's a 5-on-4 for a few seconds here. There's Pratt. Dishes inside for Fox. Rattles out, rebounded by Latham. So no foul on that play, just get inbounded for the Aussies. Had a player down. They wanted the whistle blown again. Here's O'Neill Thorne, takes it to the baseline, dishes back for Latham, kicks it back to Knowles. O'Neill Thorne, Knowles, time. Can't get the bounce. Manning gobbles up the rebound. And here comes Pratt. Warburton hasn't handled the ball much yet. I don't know if he has it all. Kicks it out for Fox, and he puts it in. Couple of points, couple of baskets now for Fox. We're all square at 6. 3.5 minutes into the opening quarter of this quarterfinal battle. Tristan Knowles weaves his way into the lane and lays it in with the right hand. Saying, you're going to leave the door open for me, and I'm going to barge right through it. Pratt breaks the press break. And he launches one from distance, rebounded by Manning. Knew Manning had good chair position. And Manning's also got a flat tire here, so the equipment manager ready to go. Eight, and we've got our first timeout call of the game. Aussies, or actually the Great Britain team, takes it.
Follow the ball with your eyes. You've got to stay on your guy. They're swinging it and they're cutting. They're beating them one-on-one to the baseline. Don't follow the ball with your eyes. Communicate. Talk to each other instead about where it is. Right? Stop chairs with it. Hey, let's get on the floor, man. Get on the floor. Right, go. Stop chairs. If they're a little bit higher, get higher and stop them.
Well, that was interesting from Bill Johnson, telling his players, don't have to follow the ball with your eyes. Tell each other where the ball is. There's a nice screen set up there for Fox, and he delivers. Pratt delivers a beauty pass in for Manning. Nothing yet between these teams as we approach the halfway point of the opening quarter. Here's Tristan Knowles being watched by Manning. Nice dish inside for O'Neill Thorne. He can't score the basket. And there is no foul on this play. It's going to be Australia ball. Oh, beg your pardon, it's going to be Great Britain ball with a full 24-second shot clock. Greg Warburton has been fairly quiet so far in the game, but don't count on that continuing. He's got the ball now. Warburton, among the leaders in all the statistical categories in this and every tournament he plays in, it seems. 17.3 points per game. Got averaging over 8 assists. In for Pratt, nice dish inside, intended for Fox, and it's going to go off Fox and out, and Australia gets the call. Aussies have had 3 tough games. The first was against the Netherlands, then Spain, and then USA. They only lost that American game by 7 points against the defending Paralympic champions and world champions. But they know it is do or die here if you want to be around for the medals. Both teams know it. 8-8 we sit. Here's Warburton. Cuts to the basket. Kicks it back out for Pratt. Back underneath for Manning. And Great Britain seems to want to really establish their size under the basket. This time it's a timeout call, Australia. Brad Ness doesn't want to get too far away from him. Only a 2-point difference right now. I think he was talking about Phil Pratt, the captain of the Great Britain team. He says, make him do something he doesn't want to do. Make him pass, or make him shoot. He wants to pass. Make his life difficult. Make him have to shoot. Not that he can't shoot. He's averaging 13 points a game, but it does seem like his first option is to want to pass. That's what you want your captain to do, but could have been talking about Warburton. Shot clock will start. Game clock will start when it's picked up by O'Neill Thorne. Now Knowles. Parks at the top of the arc. Thinks about shooting, doesn't. Back to O'Neill Thorne. And we've got a foul being called here against Manning. He can't believe it. Never mind, says the referee. First foul of the game on Manning. Substitution coming in for Australia. Here comes Sean Norris, the 6-time Paralympian, 2-time world champion, gold medalist in Beijing back in 2008. He's a pretty good shooter. He's got the ball now. Knowles from well back of the arc. Misses, rebounded by Fox. Aussies trying to make life difficult for Manning to get under positioning under the basket. Here's Pratt. And the foul is on Bill Latham. Yannick Blair coming into the game for Australia in place of Frankie Pinder. So on the floor for the Aussies, Evans and Norris and Blair. And there's a three-pointer by Craig Warburton. And that's going to bump the score up to a 5-point lead. Knowles and Latham are the other two on the floor for the Aussies. Here's Latham, the MVP of the Asia Pacific, the Oceania Asia Championships earlier this year. And he's got a bucket. Here's Fox. Here's Pratt. Warburton. Nice little pump. So the Australians on offense, 3-on-1. Knowles to the glass and in. We got a 1-point game again. Here's Phil Pratt. Takes the shot off the glass. No go. Aussies again attacking. Here's Knowles, watched by Manning. Can't get it to roll. And now Pratt. Captain Phil Pratt leading the offense again, and Fox goes down hard. Foul call against Australia. It's on Yannick Blair. Inside of 2.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Just a 1-point game here. Pratt, Manning, swatted away by Latham. And it's going to be picked up again by Great Britain. New 14-second shot clock. Here's Pratt to Warburton quickly. All kinds of time. And number 12 is not going to miss very many of those. Here's Phil Evans, drops it off for Knowles. One-hand pass for Latham, tried to get his own rebound, almost did, but it's scooped up by Fox, and he draws the foul. Second personal foul already for Bill Latham. And their bench starts to activate. Here's Pratt, right at the free throw line. They're going to let him shoot. He's going to shoot, but he can't see that one drop in. Looked like Knowles was signaling some kind of a play here. Puts up a shot, and it goes in. 1-point game again, just over a minute to play. Warburton watched by Norris. Parks at the top of the key. Works it underneath the basket for Manning. Great Britain extends its lead. Tristan Knowles thinks about three, and he is jumped by Fox, who's going to take a foul here. First personal foul of the game for Ben Fox. That was a nice finish by Knowles. Different looking lineup now coming out for Australia. A couple of youngsters trying to make their impact. Jalen Brown, the 19-year-old in his first Paralympic Games. Ethan Lear, the 18-year-old. And under the basket, Blair is left open, and he lets it drop down right on his noggin. All part of the flair and style. So for Australia, it's Blair and Leard and Brown, and staying out there, O'Neill, Thorne, and Knowles. Just out of the camera shot. Inside the final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. A 1-point lead, Great Britain. Here's Manning. Warburton. Takes it right towards the basket. Can't get the shot to drop. Leard scoops up the rebound. Maybe a chance for Australia to shoot one more. And it's going to volleyball around, finally picked up by Pratt, and that's going to do it for the opening quarter. A good battle between these teams. Australia and Great Britain, a fight to get to the semifinals between these Commonwealth wheelchair basketball powers. 17-16, Great Britain leads. This was that nice little pick and roll by Yannick Blair. He finishes it off, and that lets it drop right down on his head. Both teams look to use their heads for the rest of this game. It's a 1-point lead, Great Britain. GB 53% from the field, 50% Australia. That's better than their tournament average. Early on, Ben Fox utilized. Aussies finding O'Neill Thorne. And then again, that size advantage for big Lee Manning, who is so hard to stop, and he gets chair position. Knowles found a path to the basket and an easy lay-in for him. Pratt nicely distributing. Warburton nailed a three, as he often does when it's needed. And Knowles again, too easy for him on the layups. Lee Manning's got 8 points to lead his team in scoring. Tristan Knowles has got 10 to lead his side. Here we go, second quarter action. 1 point lead, Great Britain. Australia with a chance to move ahead. Tom O'Neill Thorne. Still plenty of time to work. Kicks it back. Good save on that center line. Now the clock running out. Swatted out by Warburton, but only 1.8 seconds on the shot clock. O'Neill Thorne's going to inbound it. See if anyone can get a shot away in this time. Brown, here's O'Neill Thorne. Oh, had a good look. And they get the rebound just as the shot clock was running out. Here's Knowles underneath for Brown. And that circus-type shot almost worked. Jaylen Brown has been fun to watch in this tournament. He's been playing wheelchair basketball since he was 7 years of age. He's got great chair skills, got great basketball skills too, comes from a basketball family. O'Neill Thorne collects the loose ball. There's Yannick Blair. Quick push ahead for Ethan Leard. Knowles sets up from beyond the arc. Short. Rebound, Warburton. The bucket has been sealed up for the first minute 20 of this quarter. Here's Kyle Marsh. He's come into the game. And he throws it away. I think it might have been O'Neill Thorne who got a hand in that pass. Now he's got the ball, and he's got a hand in putting his team ahead. Here's Pratt, takes his time. Warburton. Inside for Manning, and Australia takes a foul here. I think it's on Knowles. Trying to determine who was it. Was it Knowles? Was it Brown? It is Knowles. It's his first personal of the game. It's an intentional foul against Knowles, and so Manning's going to shoot a couple here. Manning shooting 57% from the free throw line in the tournament. He's one of several players on Great Britain who play for Albacete in the Spanish League. 3x3 gold medalist at the Commonwealth Games. Tie game. Manning gets 1 of 2. Here's Pratt. Marsh busting into the lane and lays it in smartly. O'Neill Thorne back to Laird, who just fell and got right back up again. Here's Knowles, and he's found the three-point range, which he didn't have on that last, so he obviously wanted to make sure he still remembered how to do it from out there. Phil Pratt takes his time, sets up in the corner, in for Manning. Look at that one-handed paw by Lee Manning. Takes it, turns the hand, and just banks it off the glass. Long pass, finds O'Neill Thorne under the Great Britain basket, and the Aussies wrestle away the lead again. Here comes Great Britain, 3-on-2. Pratt takes his time, little dish for Marsh, glassing in. Timeout being called here by Great Britain, interestingly enough. Both teams couldn't exactly tell. He was pointing at the players, said, "You gotta," and I couldn't hear exactly what he's saying. But I was going to say both teams are shooting above their percentages in the first 3 games of the tournament. Australians doing a pretty good job taking care of the ball, and they have not given up any points from turnovers yet. They've only turned the ball over once. Here's Tom O'Neill Thorne, back underway again. Right into the paint, left alone, and it rattles in and out this time. Just a single point separating these teams. Pratt left all alone with a long 2-pointer. O'Neill Thorne for Jalen Brown, kicks it back for Laird. Pretty long attempt there. Tries to dish it back to Brown. He does, and that just didn't want to fall. Got kind of unlucky. It looked like a good shot by the 19-year-old Brown. 2 teenagers on the floor for Australia, and their future looking pretty bright, with the veterans in the mix as well. Here's Marsh. That's short. Rebounded by Manning. He's got chair position. And you know what that means. O'Neill Thorne swings it in, actually inside pass for Latham. Haven't seen the Australians find Latham very often. He's been getting lots of attention. Pratt doesn't want to give it away, so he doesn't make that dangerous pass to Warburton. Now he's in a better spot. Nice little pick and roll, and Marsh, the recipient, blasts it in. Great Britain has extended its lead to 5 points. O'Neill Thorne, Latham, and draws the foul. It is on Brown, Simon Brown. Brown's missed a couple of games. He's back in the lineup again for Great Britain. He is replaced now by Harrison Brown. Just a 1-for-1 substitution. So I think Great Britain was playing half a point short. Here's Brown. Now they're playing with the full 14. Leard. We've got 3 Browns playing in this game. 1 for Australia, 2 for Great Britain. Nice rebound by Latham. He's feeling the heat from Manning. Can't get it to fall, and a pretty easy rebound for Big Lee Manning. Ethan Leard was fouled. Or at least, I think he was the one who took the foul, actually. But he seemed to have gotten the worst of it. Bill Latham heads to the bench for Australia. Tristan Knowles comes back into the game. Norris and Manning going toe-to-toe. Here's Marsh inside for Warburton, who kind of sneaked in behind everybody. Ethan Leard takes his time, doesn't want to shoot, gives it to Knowles, kicks it out for Brown. Jalen Brown, nice job, penetrates into the lane and lays it in. And then a foul called on Warburton at the end of the play. So watch this. Beautiful play by Brown to score the hoop. And then as he curls back around, we're not going to see it, he got fouled by Warburton. And I think we've got a flat tire here for Jalen Brown. That'll be fixed lickety-split. His mom was a professional basketball player in Australia. He's the only player on this Paris, Australia team that was not in the qualifying tournament at the Asia Oceania Championships, which they won by going 8-0. But they had to come from behind late in the final game against Iran to win that and punch their ticket to Paris. They're looking for a hero in this game, or a whole team of heroes. Here's Tristan Knowles. Tries to pass it inside for Blair, but it's easily picked off by Phil Pratt. Great Britain leading by 5, back on offense, and Norris pushes Manning out of bounds. And Norris is going to take a foul. Sean Norris made his Paralympic debut in Athens way back in 2004. Here's Warburton, and he draws the foul. So Brown drew a foul on him a few minutes ago. This time he draws a foul on Brown. Warburton does a nice job just continuing on his path. And he hammers a three-pointer. The Great Britain lead is up to 8. Brown can handle the pass inside. And then he comes right back and just robs the ball out of Phil Pratt's hands. And then he heads right to the lane and gets the and one. What a play by Jalen Brown. It starts in the first of all, really, it starts with him making a mistake in one end, racing back the other way, stealing the ball from Pratt, then going coast to coast, lays it in, and draws the foul. Jalen Brown, nicely done. get the last part of the three-point play to cooperate. Here's Phil Pratt. Warburton. Long pass lobbed underneath. Now Marsh, all kinds of time, doesn't want to shoot it, changes his angle, and passes inside for Harry Brown, who draws the foul. And Australia in bonus. And so Harry Brown's going to shoot a couple here. Tom O'Neill-Thorne checks back into the game for Australia. Sean Norris back to the bench. The Australians have really used their players in and out of the lineup all tournament long. Hasn't paid off in a win yet. Maybe today's the day when they get rewarded. Here's Harry Brown. .44% free throw shooter. Check that, I robbed him of a few points. He was a 50% free throw shooter coming into the game. Six-point lead, Great Britain. Aussies on the attack, and Knowles draws the foul. Australia continues to massage the lineup. Blair in, Evans in. Along with Knowles, Brown, O'Neill-Thorne. Knowles leads his team with 14 points. Here's Phil Pratt. Cross for Marsh. Brown waiting at the top of the key. Now Marsh again. Good save there by Tristan Knowles. Jaylen Brown slow to get in on this offensive play. Now he's in. Three-point attempt. And again, Manning's going to grab the rebound. 10 rebounds already in the game for Lee Manning. Minute 20 to go in the opening half. Warburton slings it across for Pratt. It's on Australia's number 10, Yannick Blair. Well, Yannick Blair just picked up a second foul. He is heading to the bench. Into the game for the Aussies is Samuel White. Nicely done by Harrison Brown. Harrison Brown's brother, I understand, is a wheelchair rugby player. Does not have a disability, but loves the sport so much. And sometimes in the wheelchair basketball or wheelchair rugby leagues in various parts of the world, people without disabilities, able-bodied people, if you will, are welcome to play based on the classification system. Three-point attempt here. It's good for Tristan Knowles. Inside the final minute. And that wild pass almost worked to Manning, but the Australians are going to break it back with Brown. And he was trying to maybe draw a foul. Couldn't finish the shot and doesn't get the foul. Here's Pratt. Into the lane, dishes for Marsh. And he's going to draw the foul. It's going to go against Brown. It's going to be his second personal foul. Actually, his third already. And so the Australia bench starts to move. Jaylen Brown can't believe he's got 3 already. It's going to be a hat trick of substitutions here for Australia. Norris back in, Pinder back in. And into the game comes Thomas McHugh, another member of the next generation. Overall, the Australian team is younger than the Great Britain team. And if you take their average ages, nicely done by Marsh. 29.9, so just a shade under 30 for the Aussies. 31.7, a little under 32 years of age, the average for Great Britain. Couple of possessions left in the half. Here's Sean Norris, the veteran. Drops it off for Knowles. Inside for Pinder. McHugh's going to shoot it, and McHugh's going to score it. One last shot attempt here maybe for Great Britain. Here's Marsh for 3. No. Rebound Australia, and that's going to do it for the opening half. It's a 3-point game between these Commonwealth opponents. 38 for Great Britain, 35 for Australia. Halftime, Great Britain leads 38-35 over Australia. Well, points from turnover was a problem that Great Britain was having on every team they were playing. They were scoring all kinds of points off of turnovers, so Great Britain hasn't quite been able to do that to Australia in this game, and as a result, Australia is right in the battle, down by just 3 points at halftime. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Nice distribution by the Aussies, getting players around the roster to score. Same story for GB. Big Lee Manning already in double figures in rebounding. Kyle Marsh continues to come into games and make an impact, as he has done again today. Manning gets that chair position with that giant frame of his. Has to fight through the traffic. We knew he would. Look at this play by Jaylen Brown. Turns the corner, lays it in, gets the and one on the play. So at halftime, it's a 3-point game. That's all that separates Great Britain from Australia.
And for Australia, it's a tale of the team. Aussie team stats very similar. Everyone's got a few points, a few rebounds, a few assists. That's how Australia works. But leading scorer, Tristan Thomas, the captain, has 17. Meilleur marqueur pour l'équipe d'Angleterre, suivi juste d'ailleurs
Just about time for the second half at the Versailles Arena in Paris. Tristan Knowles, the captain of Team Australia. He's been having a nice game and nice tournament really as well. 17 points to lead all scores. He's drawn 3 fouls already as well. Lee Manning into the double-double category already. 13 points for him, 10 rebounds for big number 14 on Great Britain. Bill Johnson, head coach of Team Great Britain. Been the coach of the team since April of 2023. There's his brother Joey right beside him. They were undefeated at the European Championships last year. That's what punched their ticket to the Paralympic Games. Brad Ness took over this Australian team last December. 5-time Paralympian, as we mentioned. Lots of history on the bench, history being made on the floor as we get ready for the second half. A spot in the semifinals up for grabs. 1 half left to play. 3 points is all that separates Great Britain from Australia. Brad Ness's team looking to be the comeback kids. Here's Warburton, MVP of the 2018 Wheelchair Basketball World Championships. And for Pratt, try to get it back to Manning, who's managed to draw a foul here. Fourth foul drawn by Manning. And third personal foul taken by Latham. Pratt can't get it to fall. Knowles gobbles up the rebound. Here comes Australia, trying to bite into this lead, maybe tie it. The pass underneath for Latham. So this was a non-shooting foul. Latham was hoping he'd get the shot. Brad Ness is arguing it, the Australian coach. When does the foul happen? Oh, I don't know. Nevertheless, it'll be inbounded. Here's Knowles. Gives to Latham, fades and fires it off the glass. Nice bank shot for Latham. 6 points in the game for Latham. 1 point separating these teams. Here comes Greg Warburton in for Phil Pratt. Pinder trying to chase him down. Warburton from the free throw line. Time and space, but the miss. Gets his own rebound and a 14-second clock to work with. Fox from behind the screen, he's got it. Knocks it down to give his team a 3-point lead back again. Who's gonna break first here? Australia battled back hard toward the end of that first half. Here's Knowles. And this is going to be Great Britain ball. No foul being called here. Knowles gave himself a bonk on the head there. I don't know if that was deserved, but he thought his man was going to be able to get to that pass. The calm and cool and collected captain of Great Britain, Phil Pratt. Works it in for Manning. Tries to underarm it in. And the underhand layup doesn't work. Australia back on offense with Latham. Manning racing back. And an offensive foul being called here on Australia. On Frank Pinder. Can't see it. It's not that play. It was away from the play. It was away from the ball. And you see Pinder, the number 2, standing right near the official. So he's been given his first personal. Great Britain back on offense. Fox makes no mistake. Catching it up over top of Knowles, banking it in. And Great Britain with a 5-point lead again. Well, you know, Australia, the only way they're going to win this game is if they battle for every single basket right to the end, because Great Britain has proven over the last several years that they're going to be around at the end. Latham nicely lays it in. He plays in Spain with a lot of these Great Britain players. They know each other's tendencies well. Plays at CDL Union, believe he still does. He certainly has in the last few years. Nicely laid in. Fox has been finding himself open under the basket of late. And a foul being called here on Warburton. Knowles. O'Neill Thorne with time from beyond the arc. Can't get it to fall. Australia 2 of 9 from beyond the arc as Warburton goes steaming into the lane, left alone, and he puts it in, and he's got 12 points. Knowles, watched by Warburton, gives to Latham, and the foul is going to go against the man who's fallen down here, Fox. Well, if you heard a loud noise moments ago, someone just got a flat. I wonder if it's the chair of Fox. It is. Just as the Australians make some substitutions here. Sean Norris coming back into the game. Yannick Blair coming back into the game for Australia. You've been around wheelchair basketball a few times. You hear that noise every once in a while. It's the blown tire. And then you got to wait to see who it was. Here's Norris. Kicks it back for Latham. Norris. Blair thought he was getting that pass. I thought he was too. And this is going to be a shot clock running out on Australia. So Great Britain playing some tough defense now. As their lead is 7. And trying to add to it. Fox to Warburton. He's got time and space. Couldn't tell from my angle if Warburton was yelling for that pass, but he got it. And he made no mistake. Gives him 14 points in the game. Play blown down, no foul on the play. Yannick Blair is going to upright himself. In fact, there is a foul called on the play now. It's against Lee Manning. So the teenagers back into the game for Australia. Laird and Brown. Your chance, kids. Try to make an impact on this game. Latham, Norris. Latham, top of the key. Money. Nicely done. 10 points in the game now for Latham. Pratt and Warburton just move the ball calmly and coolly. Here's Fox waiting on the outside behind the screen. He dishes inside to Manning, who did well to get himself in position. The Aussies will keep trying the three-pointers. Here's Latham. Or they just go to him at the top of the key every time. Seven-point advantage, Great Britain. In for Fox. Again, gets himself in the lane, cruising along. And a timeout is going to be called here with a 9-point Great Britain lead. Brad Ness wants to talk about things with his team. Sounds like the coach wants the Australian team to set up high defensively. Just on the right of your screen, you will see there's already a battle going on, and the ball is still seconds away from being inbounded. Here we go. Jaylen Brown picks it up. Launches a long pass that finds Latham, and he finds the basket. 14 points now for Latham. He's got the hot hand right now for Australia. Even with that massive hand and paw, arm of Manning, Latham manages to sink it. Ben Fox has got himself in a jam outside the court. He's going to upright himself, and his team's going to have to inbound. They've got plenty of time to work. Warburton, long bounce pass across for Pratt. Doesn't seem to want to shoot it. Blair knocks it away. And it's going to be scooped up by Warburton. And Blair almost stole it. So Yannick Blair is really working hard for this Australian team. Twice on that play. Number 10 just threw his body at the ball. And that is just outstanding work there for Yannick Blair. Folks, he is a 1.0 player. A lot of 1.0 players can't get themselves back up, no fault of their own, but Blair is one who can. He goes down, pops right back up again. Incredible strength. Here's Pratt the other way for Great Britain. They work it underneath for Warburton, who just parks himself right beside Manning. And we had Blair down on the floor, way far away. If you look on your screen there, as this basket is going in, there's a battle going on the other end. 9-point lead, Great Britain. Australia looking for some good things to happen. That one's swatted out by Fox. Latham, Norris. Laird underneath by himself. Bank shot in. Now the Aussies looking for a big stop. Coach said he wants them to set up high line. And substitution. O'Neill Thorne has that last shot. And the last couple of attempts from Latham. Back to live action. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. 7-point lead, Great Britain. Fox to Pratt. All alone is Fox under the basket, and he's been proving all game long that he will not miss that shot often. 7 of 8 from the field. He's got 14 points. Here's Jaylen Brown trying to weave past Warburton. Nice feed inside for Blair with a sweet little underhand. And that's going to be Australia ball as Manning's pass. Look at that sweet feed from Brown and a great finish by Yannick Blair. And the Australians reasons to celebrate for a few minutes here, hoping they can continue it, except now they have to pause for a timeout because Great Britain wants to discuss things. Of Paralympic wheelchair basketball. Players, coaches, captains, all feeling it. The energy, the tension. 7 points separate these teams. A spot in the semifinals waiting for the winner. Latham. Oh, how did he catch that? Couldn't finish though. He's trying to surround Manning on that play. And Australia thought they might have had him, but he just manages to break the press. Here's Pratt down to the baseline. Kicks it back for Warburton. Launches one. And Aussies back on offense. And we've got a foul here, but it's going to be an offensive foul called on young Ethan Laird, trying to squeeze through the hole. Here's Fox being watched by Laird. Warburton. Takes it for Pratt, and that's short. Shot clock running out as Pratt's shooting. Tom O'Neill-Thorne dishes in for Brown. Does he draw the foul? He does. He's going to go to the line because even if it wasn't a shot, it's Great Britain in the penalty, in the bonus here. Great Britain thought about challenging this. Jaylen Brown coming into this game as a 44% free throw shooter. His team within 6. His team within 5, and he is 2 for 3 from the line in the game. And the off-ball battles continue. Great Britain substituting here. Cusack and Marsh. Palmer out of the game, Manning out of the game. Cusack and Marsh are in for Great Britain. Here's Pratt. Does a nice job staying in bounds, but can't get that one to fall. And Australia trying to bite into this 5-point lead. O'Neill-Thorne had to right himself. It took a little more effort than he had hoped. Coach Brad Ness gets a chance to do a little coaching with O'Neill-Thorne. Tom O'Neill-Thorne looking for an option. Does he use himself as an option? He does. Can he pick up the rebound? No, Pratt shuts him down. Warburton ahead for Marsh. Nice feed for Cusack. A little too powerful. There's Jaylen Brown. Gives to Latham. Way back to O'Neill-Thorne. Laird puts up a long one. It's going to be short, but O'Neill-Thorne rebounds it for Latham, who is fouled by Fox. And that is his 4th personal foul if it goes against Ben Fox. No, it is not a foul. So good news for Great Britain. No foul against Fox. He stays at 3. Jaylen Brown, top of the key. Looks up, all kinds of hands. He almost got his own rebound, and the quarter runs out. 3 years ago in Tokyo, these teams played. They were separated by 5 points at the end of 3 quarters, and here we go again. This time, though, it's Great Britain with the lead. Last time, they were the ones who stormed back. Can they hold on, or can Australia storm back? Stay tuned. The Bercy Arena. Great action, great tension, great drama. Australia has done a nice job not turning over the ball. That has been an area that Great Britain has done damage all week long against opponents. They have protected the ball well. Bill Latham's game has really caught fire. now has 14 points. And Fox has 14. A couple of times in the game, Great Britain, it looked like maybe they were going to move away. They were going to take control of the game, and the Australians just keep on fighting back. Well, the game continues on. The PA announcer has got the wave going at full strength, and it's been going for, I don't know, 10 or 11 minutes, just around and around and around. So there was a situation at the end of that quarter where the clock should have stopped with 0.2 seconds left. So they're actually going to play this out. Don't know if you can get a shot away. You can't. So that's going to be officially now the end of the third quarter. Little did we know. Kyle Marsh had a solid game for Great Britain with 8 points. So a little extra time for the coaches to talk about strategy. Great Britain's already ready to play. You can see them just over the head of Brad Ness there. The officials still trying to sort something out. Sounded like they were issuing a personal foul. Right at the end of that quarter. It looked like it was on Jaylen Brown. That is what has been posted. That would be his 4th personal. So Brown is back on the bench for Australia. All right, finally, we are ready to begin the 4th quarter between these two Commonwealth opponents. 5-point lead, Great Britain. They're on offense with Kyle Marsh. Takes it towards the corner, peels back. Inside for Warburton. Across for Marsh. Slings it back for Warburton. And he finishes, even with the big arm of Latham up in his face. Greg Warburton's with 18 points now. That is up over his tournament average. Still a quarter to play. Latham with the finish. He's got 16, and that's above his tournament average by quite a bit. Phil Pratt distributes for Warburton. He's got a screen. Dishes it back. Now into the hands of Marsh. Across for Warburton. He likes to shoot from there because he's good at it. He's got 20. Seven-point lead, Great Britain. O'Neill Thorne cruising into the lane but can't finish. Here's Ben Fox. Pratt. To the elbow. Kicks it back for Marsh. It's not going to fall. Long breakout pass finds Leard, but he can't get to the basket. Still time for Australia to work on their half-court offense. Latham does well to scoop that one up. Then finds O'Neill Thorne. Drops it off for Knowles. Shot clock running out. Latham puts one up. Rebounded and gathered in by O'Neill Thorne. The pass intended for Latham. He thought he was fouled. Officials don't agree. Substitutions for Great Britain. Cusack and Marsh to the bench. Palmer's back on the floor. Manning is back on the floor. So Great Britain a chance to add to its 7-point lead. Greg Warburton. Pratt. Right back to number 12. Into Fox. Now Pratt. Kicks it back to Fox. Inside for Manning. And he gets his own rebound. He just gobbles it up. And then he finishes it off. Jaylen Brown playing with 4 fouls back on the court for Australia. And he's left alone, and he just lays it in. Phil Pratt accepts the pass from Warburton. He is in no hurry, never is. Watched by Yannick Blair. Remember how effective Blair was in that third quarter. Here's Fox. And he scores just as he blows a tire. They were almost synced up. Warburton nicely selling the shot, and because he's got 20 points already, everybody's buying it. And that allows him to find his teammates. Good mismatch there for Fox. "16 points, 3 rebounds, and 23.5 minutes on the floor for Ben Fox. Nice contribution. Norris for 3. No. Latham picks up the rebound. Can't get that done. That one's got to go. Australia chasing the game, down by 9. Warburton. Pratt. 4 on the shot clock. In for Fox from the short corner. A little longer corner. Hits it. And it's an 11-point lead, Great Britain. Well, the three-pointers are coming fast and furious here for Australia. And instead, it's going to be a timeout call. And they have used their second of 3 timeouts with 5:35 to go in the fourth quarter and trailing by 13 points. Ben Fox nicely spinning that one off the glass and in. No hurry, says Brad Ness. And you listen to a coach who has been there and done it and won gold. Says we got to get the stops. We save the 3-pointers till the end. On the floor for Australia, Evans, O'Neill, Thorne, Latham, Leard, and Norris. Sean Norris with the ball. In for Latham. He's got a mismatch. Gets the 2. Now comes the key for Australia. Get the stops. Pratt. Holding on, holding on. Not going to rush it. Quick exchange with Warburton. Here's Fox by himself. Yes. He has really found his stroke. 22 points in the game for Ben Fox. Inside for Leard. Can't get it to roll in. And Australia is struggling to find answers. Phil Pratt takes the inbound from Warburton. Watched by Norris. You know he's going to look to distribute. Finds Warburton. Here's Fox. Of course, they're going to go back to Fox. And he is just feeling it in a big way. You got to wonder if Australia is going to put a little more attention on him. Here's Norris. Cuts into the lane. Tries the layup, the underhand, and does draw a foul. And he's going to shoot a couple here is Sean Norris. Well, Norris, 39 years of age. 3 Paralympic medals, 2 World Championship golds. These 2 nations have won 3 of the last 4 World Championships. And 2 for 2 for the member of the Perth Wildcats. And if you're watching back in Perth, we're glad to have you along, or wherever you're watching. Could be the wee hours of the morning. Could be the exact time it is here in France. We're just glad to have you along. Quarterfinal action, a spot in the semifinals on the line. Right now, it's Great Britain by 13 points. Ball in the hands of their captain. And it's swatted away by Tom O'Neill-Thorne. It's going to be Great Britain ball with plenty of time to work on this shot clock. O'Neill-Thorne trying to make Fox realize, hey, this is a contact sport. Warburton back into Fox. And why not? Give it to the man with the hottest hand of all. 26 points for Ben Fox. Aussie bench looks to make substitutions. Knowles and Pinder are coming in. Leard and Norris are going out. So just as Ben Fox was about to inbound the ball, he realized he had another tire issue. So we'll look at some more of his masterwork. Loves that spot from the corner, but he's been hitting them all. Inside of 3.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Great Britain in control by 15 points. Warburton from behind the screen hits another. He gets to the 22-point club. Just the second member in that club in this game. Tristan Knowles fights off a couple of British players, but he cannot get it to fall, and it's been a tough grind here for Australia as they try to make this comeback. And it is sliding away. However, that was an offensive foul called on Great Britain. It was Manning who took the foul. It is Manning's fourth, and that would have been good news for Australia if that was maybe early in the third quarter, but it is late in the fourth quarter instead. Look at those numbers. 26 points, 13 of 14 from the field. My goodness gracious, Ben Fox, that's a night. Here's Latham, takes the pass, and Knowles almost rescues it. Pretty good effort by the captain. Great Britain doesn't seem to be in any hurry to attack the basket right now. Now they are with Pratt. Well, no, he's still not. He just wants possession. Warburton, shot clock running out. Nice little tap by Fox to Manning that allows him to draw the foul. It goes against Bill Latham. And that is his fourth. Number 10 has just come back into the game for Australia. There you see him, your right of your screen, Yannick Blair, replacing Pinder, two 1.0 classification players. is up to 19 points in the game. Great Britain is just 1 point away from having 3 players in the 20s. Here's Knowles. Foul call here against Ben Fox. At least he was the one who put his arm up. Jaylen Brown. Don't know if he's going to get back into this one with 1:52 to go, but Ethan Leard is coming back into the game for Australia. Takes the spot of Phil Evans. Leard takes the pass, launches the 3. Well, there you go. We bring the 18-year-old back on the floor, and then he almost got a steal. And we've got an unsportsmanlike just away from the play as you watch that three-pointer drop in. I believe it was on Tom O'Neill-Thorne. Took the foul, and he's going to check out of the game. Sean Norris is coming back in again. Abdi Jama comes into the game for Australia as Lee Manning gets set to shoot a couple here. So Manning with 21, Warburton with 22, Fox with 26. That is the kind of game it has been for Great Britain. Tristan Knowles and Ethan Laird back out of the game again for Australia. In comes Samuel White and Thomas McHugh. Inside of 100 seconds is all that separates Great Britain from the semifinals. Rebound by Norris. Aussies go back on offense. Norris, good three-point shooter, but he's going to hold off. McHugh can't make it fall. Here's Terry Bywater, who's just come into the game. And you shouldn't be surprised that he did that, because he's been averaging more points per minutes played in the tournament. He's such a great shooter, averaging 7.3 points per game and less than 7 minutes per game. Here is Bywater, got in behind the Australians. In his 7th Paralympic Games, he was the flag bearer for the Great Britain team at the opening ceremony. Sean Norris got a little help. Kicks it back to McHugh. Here's Latham from the top of the key. 20 points for Latham to lead their offense. But that's going to be it in this game. These two Commonwealth teams come in. Australia hung tough with Great Britain for a long time, but in the fourth quarter, they were just too much, this team from Great Britain. And they win in impressive fashion. A 15-point margin in the fourth quarter was enough to extend the win to 20 points. 84-64. Great Britain over Australia. And Great Britain is through to the semifinals. Now some veteran players on this Australian team, and not so much Tom O'Neill-Thorne. He's still in his 20s, but what about Sean Norris, 39? Will we see him again in 4 years' time in Los Angeles? What about Tristan Knowles, the 41-year-old from Wollongong? Will we see him in 4 years in Los Angeles? Questions that will need to be answered. Brad Ness, so much respect. He and Joey Johnson had their battles, and they have a hug. An impressive win for Great Britain in quarterfinal action. 84-64 for Bill Johnson's team. It wasn't until the fourth quarter that some of these numbers got away from the Australians, but they did a really good job for much of the game, and we have some real positives on the Australian side in terms of players for the future, playing good chunks of this game and this tournament with a couple of teenagers, but it just wasn't quite enough tonight. Great Britain is through to the semifinals yet again. So it'll be Germany, the opponent for Great Britain in the semifinals. We have one more to come. One of those teams, USA or France, is going to face Canada in the second semifinal. Still all to play for in Paris. And once again, Great Britain with an 84-64 win over Australia in quarterfinal action, and they are through to the semifinals in Paris.
It's time to meet our team. Welcome Team USA!
Et maintenant, veuillez accueillir pour le recevement officiel l'équipe de France. Sur un joueur de l'équipe des États-Unis d'Amérique, mesdames et messieurs, le numéro 2, Jake Williams, le joueur à surveiller. Il est un réaliste statistiquement des Jeux Paralympiques de Paris. Totalement incroyable, il a joué pour l'équipe lors des 3 matchs qu'il a disputés jusqu'à présent. C'est un gagnant qui demande si chaque équipe dans laquelle il joue excelle au plus haut niveau. Comment ça se passe pour gagner bien médaille d'or aux Jeux Paralympiques de Tokyo en 2020 et à nouveau en 2016 à Rio de Janeiro, le champion paralympique consécutif médaille d'or? Pourront-ils réussir un tour de Chateau pour 3 médailles d'affilée? Encore une fois gagnant en remportant les championnats du monde en 2022 à Dubaï et terminant deuxième en Allemagne et terminant en 2018. Ces statistiques jusqu'à présent à Paris aux Jeux Paralympiques ont été 8 rebonds, 8 points par match, 5 rebonds, excusez-moi, par match et 6 passes décisives. C'est pourquoi Jake Williams est notre joueur des États-Unis d'Amérique à surveiller.
Ladies and gentlemen, our player one for Great Britain is Jake Williams. He's having a fantastic Paralympics. Statistically, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's playing in guard position. He lacks in size, he makes up for it in effort. He gives 150%, 3 tummies for his country. And of course, winners, winners, winners. They are the Paralympic reigning champions. Two-time reigning champions. And that's why Jake Williams, the United States player, to win.
Le joueur à surveiller pour l'équipe de France est le numéro 64, Nicolas Jouanserre. Lors de son premier match, il a marqué 38 points, pris 6 rebonds et tiré le ballon à un taux incroyable de 64% depuis le terrain. Cependant, lors de son match le plus récent, il a été limité seulement à 3 points. Il a représenté son pays au championnat du monde et championnat
Paris sont ses premiers Jeux Olympiques et il a des yeux magnifiques et sur l'or. Statistiquement, ici, il y a une moyenne de 21 points par match. Il y a plus de 4 rebonds. Il marque, il rebondit et c'est excitant à regarder. C'est Nicolas Jouancer, notre joueur français à surveiller.
In his first game, he's got 38 points and 6 rebounds. He shot the ball amazing 64% from the field. However, most recent game, only got 3 points. He was held defensively. He represented his country in 2 World Championships, 2 European Championships, and finished second with that last result. Paris is his first Paralympics, and he's here with his eyes on the front of the window. Statistically here, 21 points a game and 4 rebounds. He scores, he rebounds. He's exciting to watch. He is Nicolas Jouancer, our player to watch from France.
not being afraid to dream. For years, he has sacrificed so much. The sacrifice has proved worth it.
You call me a fighter? This is my life. We have taken gold. What a finish! What a race! What a winner!
And welcome inside the beautiful and we anticipate noisy Bercy Arena. It is quarterfinals of the men's wheelchair basketball tournament. One final spot in the semifinals to be determined by the team on the bottom left, the two teams on the bottom left, United States of America and France. My name is Rob Snook. Glad to have you along as we prepare for this battle between unbeaten USA, the two-time reigning Paralympic champions, against a spirited French team which has been very much in 2 of its 3 games but has not found its first win yet. Could this be the night they do it for the home crowd? Let's meet the teams, and we begin with the defending champions from the United States. Jake Williams, 3-time Paralympian, 2-time gold medalist. Talon Jordan in his first Paralympic Games, looking for his first medal. Brian Bell, 3-time Paralympian, 2 gold medals for Mr. Bell. Steve Serio in his 5th Paralympic Games, 2 golds and a bronze to his credit. 5-time Paralympian, at 28 points in the gold medal game in Tokyo. There's Paul Schulte. He's got 2 Paralympic bronze medals to his name as he rejoins the team. There's Nate Hines, 4-time Paralympian with gold and bronze to his credit. Trayvon Jennifer, what an impact he has on this team. 4-time Paralympian, 2 golds and a bronze. AJ Fitzpatrick in his first Paralympic Games. Jorge Salazar looking for his first crack at the podium. Fabian Romo, same can be said of this 27-year-old from Texas. John Boy, 2nd Paralympic Games, gold medal performance in Tokyo 3 years ago. Jeremy Meyer in his first Paralympic Games for head coach Rob Taylor. Coach was the assistant to Ron Likens in Tokyo and in Rio. There he is. Both gold medals. And also part of the staff of the USA women's gold medal team in Beijing. Let's meet the French team. Rémi Bell. Alexis Ramonet. Audrey Caillot. Only player on the team who's played in 2 Paralympic Games. There's Jordan Luce. Sofiane Mayoui, he has been maybe their best player in the tournament this week. Jérôme Lorady. Christophe Carrier. Jérôme Durand. Louis Hardouin. Plays professionally in Germany. There's the star of this team, Nicolas Schwanzer. Crowd loves him. Ibrahim Girassi and Mamadi Traoré. He made a late appearance in their last game and was pretty effective, if I'm being honest. And I'm being honest. France went to the qualifying tournament earlier this year and had a perfect 4-0 record. They want to win one for the home crowd, which has been absolutely marvelous all week long. If they do, it'll put them in the medal round. It'll be an upset, but it will blow the roof off of this place. First, the national anthem for USA. Just spectacular. Breathtaking. It's packed at the Versailles Arena. Well over 12,000 in attendance to watch the United States face France. Well, the numbers all tell you that the team visiting from North America should win. But that's why we play the games. Maybe the crowd can lift this French team to the unlikeliest of victories. Their program has fought hard just to get back in the Paralympic Games. They weren't awarded a spot. Referee Blaine Krapianov is the crew chief. Ably aided by Maurizio Gomez-Pereira and Jepta Koch, with Janine Timms, the commissioner of the game. Starting lineup for France, there you see him: Keol, Mayoui, Carrier, Duran, and Joan Serre. This is the first start of the tournament for Mayoui, for Frank Monaran's team. He's been coming off the bench, so this is a little bit of a different look. Williams, Bell, Serio, Jennifer, Boy. There's no surprises there. That's the lineup they've been going with all week. Well, the atmosphere in here is almost, you can hardly hear yourself think. So enjoy these moments. There you see the wizened eyes of the number 14 on USA. Paul Schulte, who's been around the sport for a long time. Thought he retired, came back out of retirement, got himself in just incredible shape. Two-time World Championship gold medalist, two-time Paralympic medalist. This is a very different looking starting lineup, in fact, for France. Palais getting his first start. Sorry, his second start of the week. Hui getting his first. And of course, Juan Serre has been the starter in every game this week. Steve Serio, captain of Team USA. He's played much of his career in Europe. Two main ball handlers for USA will be Serio and Williams. They were both in the All-Star 5 last year at the World Championships, which USA won. And we are underway in this quarterfinal match. And it is USA first possession as Brian Bell was trying to gather in the ball, and he inadvertently knocked it off of the French player. But it's advantageous for the French team. Audrey Cailloz in the starting lineup for France. He's the captain, number 7. But it's Williams. Dishes inside for Serio. And when the big games are on the line, often Steve Serio will come through. He had 28 points in the gold medal game in Tokyo against Japan 3 years ago. It was just a game for the ages. First game of this tournament, he had a triple-double. Here is Juan Serre. Hui. They try to dish it inside, but it's swatted away by the United States, and back they come. Bell drops it off for Serio. Kicks it out for Williams. Serio, Williams, and you're going to hear that often. Serio to Williams. Williams has just been having an outstanding tournament. He is averaging 21 points per game. Hui dishes for Juan Serre behind a screen, just a little short, almost gathered in by the good second effort there of Durand. And quickly the other way goes Williams. He's got the game's second basket, and already it's the game's third basket, and already a timeout has been called by France. Frank Bonoran not happy with his team's start, and he has let them know in no uncertain terms. Taylor has to be happy with his team's start. Came into this game shooting 61% from the field. Check that, 47% from the field. The 61 belongs to their free throw average. Steve Serio, 36 years of age, from Westbury, New York, the captain of this USA team. Juan Serre, guarded by Serio. Comes the other way. Serio gets back in front of him. Cartier from the free throw line rattles out. USA a chance to add to its lead. Williams. Serio, uncontested from the free throw line, but it rattles out. Well, João Serre had a 38-point game against Canada earlier in the tournament. That's the kind of game his team needs him to have, and maybe he's off and running. First, France got a stop, then they got a basket, but the Americans come right back. France might have got another stop. They have. And the foul is on Jake Williams. First foul of the game. Durand, Mayoui. Heard Maoui's interview last night after his team's loss against Great Britain. They weren't happy with that, but it seemed like they were saving something. Here's Chateau. Yes, Captain Chateau has his team within a couple. Ryan Bell, no hurry, gives to Jennifer, back to Bell, drops it off for Williams. To the corner, slings it all the way across for Serio, and he makes no mistake. USA had wins over the Netherlands, Spain, and Australia in the preliminary round. And we are back to 2 points. France started their tournament with a really great battle against Canada. They couldn't win that one, then another even maybe better battle against Germany. And they ran out of gas at the very end of that one. And they just didn't have much left to battle Great Britain. But they proved that they can play against some of these top teams. Mayoui has his path to the basket shut off by Bell. Gives to Cartier. Mayoui. Cartier. No, rebounded by Jennifer. He gets fouled by Mayoui. So this French team riding the high, riding the emotion of this crowd. Here's Williams in for Jennifer, and he draws the foul. Second team foul for France. We're just past the 4-minute mark of this opening quarter. Ryan Bell with a nice finish there. So USA has opened the lead up to 4 points again. Durand had it swatted away, and it's still going to be, well, it's going to be USA ball. Well, France knows this is going to take their absolute best to stay in this game. Bell, quick pass to Serio. Still 10 on the shot clock. Finds Williams cruising in on the left side. Gives to Jennifer. Draws the foul again. Well, Jennifer's one of these players who will just absolutely throw himself at and into the game. French team not afraid to use its bench. They are getting ready to make substitutions. You could say the same about the USA team. Lots of depth. Coming in for France, Remy Bell. And Louis Ardouin. Juan Serre stays in the game for France. He is being hounded by Jennifer, who's super quick. France has not been able to get the ball even close to the basket. Now they do with Juan Serre. He had more time than he thought he had. Serio as well to avoid the contact. Cruising around, kicks it back for Williams, bounces it back to Serio, fakes the three, shot clock running out. Williams, top of the key, rebounded by USA. Jennifer, Serio, shorter shot clock now, takes it to the hoop and draws the foul. And it's going to be on Chateau. He reaches right in. So France is in the bonus now. Any defensive fouls they take will lead to USA free throws. Americans over 61% from the free throw line. You gotta miss the odd one, of course. Well, he comes in with a 50% average and he gets 1 out of 2. Steve Serio, wouldn't be surprised if he gets more free throws tonight. That average improves significantly. 12-6 USA leads, 4:28 to go in this opening quarter. French team trying to give the French fans something to cheer about. Williams, Serio, trade passes in for Bell. Bounces out, scooped up by Carrier. '38-year-old Christophe Carrier. Across for Ardouin. Knocked away from him by Williams. It'll still be France ball, but only 6 to go on the shot clock. France's bench has done well in this tournament, scoring almost 21 points per game. Here's Juan Serre. And if he's going to pick up rebounds that close to the basket, he's going to hit them more often than not. I just don't get the sense that this American team gets rattled in its current makeup. And the few times they've been behind for short times, they have just methodically come back, with players like Steve Serio and Jake Williams hitting nice buckets. The lead is 6. Juan Serre absorbs the foul from Williams. Second personal foul for Jake Williams. Here is Juan Serre. Serio watching him. And he draws another foul. This one is on Jennifer. Juan Serre coming in as a 67% free throw shooter. A 4.5 beside his name. If you're new to wheelchair basketball, that's his classification. Players each get a classification based on functional ability, as it has to do with playing wheelchair basketball. You only allowed 14 points on the floor. So Joan Serre is a 4.5 player. Someone like Steve Serio is a 3.5. And Brian Bell, nice take there. Bell also a 4.5 player. When you can get it, your 1 point and 1.5 players scoring, and that's a little bit less likely and a huge help to your team. They have other jobs though. Nice shot there from Cartier. France back to within 4. Seen them have plucky efforts throughout this tournament. Serio dishes inside, sells that he's going to shoot again from the free throw line, finds Bell, and Brian Bell makes no mistake on that finish. So what you just saw there is Joan Serre not fouled, but falling with the ball, and that's essentially a turnover. That is a turnover. USA ball. Here's Williams. For Serio, all kinds of time. Steve hasn't quite found his 10 out of 10 shooting. Here is Joan Serre taking the contact. Gets kicked out to KO. He can't finish. And USA gets a chance to add to his 6-point lead. 80 seconds remain. And Jake Williams has got 6 points in the game. Williams is also a basketball coach at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Here is Joan Serre, watched by Bell, the 2 biggest men out on the floor. And Bell doing everything he can to limit Joan Serre's shooting. And that almost fell in anyway, but a nice rebound by Jennifer. And the launch from Williams, rebound picked up by Serio. New clock to work with for the Americans. Here's Williams, Serio, Bell, Serio from the elbow, yes. And he watched that one come out of his hand, and he just kept the hands there on the follow through. It's like, I am not gonna miss this one for the world. Offensive foul has been called here on France, and things are going from bad to worse for the home team. That was a nice play by Bell. He was fed, remember, on the last play by Serio, and so he sold that he was heading to the basket. Nice little delivery, gave Serio all the time in the world. Now Williams. This is a really unselfish American team. And as the quarter is ending, Williams gets the bounce. He's got 8 points. His team's got a 12-point lead. And the United States is in control, leading 24-12. %58% for the field, from the field for the Americans. 4 points from turnovers to none. Look at those rebound numbers. Those were very impressive. Here's how they did it. Williams, and Williams to Serio. And Williams to Serio to Williams. Then Bell to Williams. Williams front and center. And then the defense trying to hound Juan Serre, and somehow through all that, he hits, then he passes, and then Cayol hits. And then some more Williams to Serio. Nothing but net. Hard fought basket from Carrier. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna pass it or is he gonna shoot it? That's the question to Steve Serio. Second quarter underway. France in blue, USA in white. Here's Ramonet coming off the bench. Carrier. Juan Serre is not on the floor for France. They like this lineup as well. Ardouin up, rattles out, rebounded Serio. Turns on the Jets, then slows down. Susses out the seam, bounces it to Williams. Puts up a shot. I'm not sure if it was the one he wanted all along, but he had not much time to work. Here is Ramonet. He plays professionally in Spain. Here is the attempted finish by Carrier. And he gets fouled going to the basket. It is Nate Hines who took the foul, just coming in for the Americans. Hines, big body there. See him on the other side of the key. He's the assistant principal of the Port Washington High School. So if they're watching back in Port Washington, we tip our hat to you. Your man is in, and he is helping his team as France tries to fight back from an 11-point deficit. Here is Jake Williams. Serio on the top of the key. Durand, Ramonet. Ardouin. Nicely banked in. Serio, who's slashing into the lane. And it is Hines actually takes his second foul. Serio looked at the referee, pointed at his own chest and said, "What, me?" Official says no. France, Ramonet, the crowd loves every moment of success. And that was a little too hot to handle on that shot from Durand. Durand, who just took that shot, one of 3 players on this French team that won a World Championship silver medal back in 2010. Would have been Australia who took the gold in that event. So a good stop there for France. They're within 9. A chance to make it closer. Here's Durand. Yes. Jérôme Durand, the 44-year-old. There's Jake Williams again. Jennifer trying to set up a screen for him. Kicks back to Serio for Hines. 1 second on the shot clock. He got it up in time. It was short. And it's rebounded by France. Back they come. Carrier fades and fires and hits it. And it's a 5-point game, and thus it is a timeout call, USA. This lineup has been quite effective. France out shooting USA in this quarter 7-0. To the absolute sheer delight of the home crowd. Now these shots are from back in the first quarter because USA hasn't hit a bucket yet in the second quarter. 9 points in the game though for Steve Serio. It has been all France in this quarter, a 7-0 run. Williams and Serio. Serio for Bell. Nice play for Boy. Does a nice job. Just lean back, find the angle, and hit it. John Boyce, fun to watch. That's the work he's doing with the ball. Wait and watch the work he's doing without the ball. There he is, number 33. And then he goes and gets in the way of the pass. It's going to be France ball, but not from a lack of effort for number 33, John Boy. France trying to bite into this 7-point lead a little more. Ardouin. Cartier. No. Almost got the rebound, might have got the rebound, but it's going to be called a jump ball and possession arrow facing the USA direction. Not sure if you heard the boo, but I don't know how you didn't. Fans didn't like the call. USA calmly going back about their business. Steve Serio, three-pointer. Can't get it to fall. He is 4 of 9 from the field. Durand. Still a little time to work as he takes it towards the baseline. Gets dished inside to Cartier, and he rattles it in to get France back to within 5. Serio. Looks like he wanted to make that short pass for Jennifer, but he was covered. And back comes France on offense. Ramonet, yes! It's a 3-point game. USA coach Rob Taylor kind of having a discussion with the referee as the game went on, as Trayvon Jennifer lays one in. Here's Ramonet. Ardouin, Ramonet. Puts a long one up. Oh, it thought about it. Rattles out, though. Back comes Serio to lead the charge for the Americans. Gives to Williams. Busts right in and lays it in. A couple of quick baskets for the Americans. The lead is back to 7 again. Quick strike when they need to be quick strike. Durand, yes. Jérôme Durand, 44 years young. He's been impressive this week. So has Jake Williams, hits another one. That was a three-pointer to give him 13 in the game to lead all scores. Durand does well to track that ball down, goes right to the hoop, feeds it back for Bell, and he couldn't find it. Remy Bell. Back come the Americans. Serio, quick return feed for Williams, and he's got 15 points. Jake Williams, what a pass by Serio. Almost a volleyball set right back. Here's Ramonet. Durand. That's actually Durand. There's Carrier. Shot misses, rebounded by Williams. He immediately knows where Serio is. Williams still holding, gives to Bell, who's made himself open in the key. And it's up to 12 points again for the USA. There's this nicely constructed basket that finds Brian Bell free inside the lane. And he makes no mistake on the finish. That beautiful touch pass. Paul Schulte yells out his appreciation for that nice work by Williams and Serio. 6 of 9 from 2-point range. USA seems to be back in control. Can France cause any more discomfort? Here's Durand. Ardouin. Carrier, nicely done. Catches, turns, bank shot, points. USA just continues to move the ball around smartly. This time it's Brian Bell, and instead of slashing in as he does so well, he shows he can shoot from outside. Carrier, oh, that one looked good until it didn't. Here's Williams. Winner of this game is heading to the semifinals in Paris. Will it be the host nation pulling off the upset? Will it be the favorites with the win? United States now leads at 41-27 as Brian Bell gets the basket, and he's going to go to the free throw line. French team did not get a bye into this tournament, as often has been the case in the past with Paralympic wheelchair basketball. They cut the numbers from 12 teams in the men's tournament down to 8, and they had to earn their way in, and they did. Went to the repechage tournament, pulled off 4 consecutive wins, beat Morocco in the final game that mattered most, and here they are on home soil to the delight of the home crowd. Home crowd would like to see them pull off a win. They run out of time on that shot clock, though. We're inside of the final minute of play in this opening half. Well, there was a time when France was battling for medals at the Paralympic Games more often, and in Barcelona in '92 was the last time they were on the podium with bronze. They are 7-time European champions. Still looking for answers against this super tough to play against USA team. Brian, John Boy with a beautiful behind the back pass to Serio. He gives to Williams, spins, and oh, too bad. That would have been spectacular. It all started with the behind the back pass from Boy, and then the spinning attempt from Bell to keep the play alive. Here comes France. One more, maybe trip or one of two trips down the floor. Bell's going to take USA back the other way. Under 10 seconds, right into the lane. Tries to kick it out for Jennifer. Will be inbounded by the Americans with 6.7 to go. Boy, inbound. Serio launches the three-pointer. Bell's going to get maybe one more shot. No. He gets the shot, but it won't fall. But plenty did for USA. 41 points in the half, leading it by 14, 41-27. United States, 15 points for Jake Williams, 12 for Brian Bell, 9 for Steve Serio, who's also got 6 assists and 5 rebounds. An impressive half for the defending champions, United States of America. 6 points off of turnovers, bottom left of your chart here. 6 offensive rebounds to 2, 2 steals to none, a little better shooting from the field, and it all adds up to a 14-point lead for the United States. France will look to regroup and try to get back in this game. In the second half, we saw some good effort, to be sure, from this French team, as we have throughout the tournament. John Boy, he just amazes me every time I get to see him. He also has quite the impressive pin collection. If you've never seen it, check it out on his Instagram. Carrier, by the way, number 25 on France, leads their scoring with 9 points. This was a nice runner from Ramonet. Two more of the 9 for the Carrier. Lots more to come from the Bercy Arena in Paris in this men's quarterfinal wheelchair basketball battle. Just a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half in this quarterfinal battle between France and USA. USA leads. That man leads his team in scoring, Carrier, and he'll need to pull off some more successes, and his team will need to pull off a few more stops if they want to claw their way back into this game. United States won the Paralympic gold in Rio in 2016. Brian Bell has got 12 points in the game. 2016 they won gold. Bell was part of that roster. That was their first wheelchair basketball gold in 24 years. And then they showed that it was no fluke by winning it again in Tokyo. Turned out being 5 years later, but we all had to wait. Leading scorer in this game is Jake Williams of the United States, who has 15 points. 33-year-old from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who's saying that he got the opportunity to be the head coach of the University of Wisconsin Whitewater, as we see France's head coach, speaking of coaches, Frank Bonaran. And he said, Jake Williams said, well, when that opportunity came, you can't really pass it up. He talked about his 6 years of playing professional wheelchair basketball in Europe. So having a career in Europe for 6 years was an opportunity of a lifetime. Had the chance to live in some of the best cities in the world and achieve success at the highest level. It looks like France might be thinking about going with their starter, Nicolas Joincer, coming back into the game. They had a better second quarter, didn't they? Only got outscored by 2 points by this powerful American team. And it is time for the second half. France and USA. France in blue will be attacking first. Joincer kicks it back to Ramonet. Joincer, screen not really there because Bell got in the middle of it. And now Bell, not Bell, but Remy Bell, gets fouled in his attempt to shoot. They're going to call this a non-shooting foul. Here's Joincer, got a bit of a better look. Nicely rebounded by Serio, or at least Williams. Full credit to Jake Williams there. Took the fall, got the ball back to one of his teammates, and now he's got a chance to add to his game-leading totals. But a nice dish inside for Bell, and he just gets it to roll in. Nicely done for the big man, Brian Bell. Well, USA was outscored early in that second quarter, 7-0, you might recall. And then they stormed back. And Williams, like he's done a million times before, scores a couple more to give him 17 points in the game. Nicolas Joincer, he has been paid all kinds of attention from Bell. Ramonet takes, Joincer shoots. Not feeling it yet. Williams is, you betcha. 2 more for Jake Williams. 19 points in the game already for Williams. Durand. Ramonet never stops moving. Remy Bell stays in, gets the pass to Joincer, and he just makes no mistake coming into the lane and knocking it in. Still the USA lead is 18. And then add 2 more. Now the Americans pressing France. They will escape. Joincer tries the three-pointer. And well, we were not noticing, as in me, Jorge Salazar came into the game. And he has just delivered a couple more points for Team USA. Timeout has been called by France, down 10-2 in this quarter. And again, something to talk about for head coach Frank Bonaran. Well, the look on the faces of those players says, we hear you, coach. At least it says to me, we hear you, coach, but this is the best team in the world. And he's saying, I know they are, but execute the game plan and let's see where it puts us. And this man needs to start hitting some shots the way he is capable of. And that'll ignite the crowd. Dishes inside for Bale, who found a man to pass it to as he was being fouled. But the play is over. So Joincer just caught Bale with his eyes, fed him the pass, and that creates an opportunity here with a new clock for Joincer. Just punches it ahead for Durand, and Jérôme Durand is good to go. 20-point lead, USA. Here's Jake Williams from the elbow, but he dishes it in for Bell. He no-looks it to Salazar. And Jorge Salazar. Jennifer got pushed out of bounds, so he's allowed to come back in, of course. He can't voluntarily leave the court. Mad scramble in the key. France comes up with the ball. Here's Ramonet, drops it off for Joincer. He's got a better look this time. And when he does that. Trying to climb a mountain, though, is this French team. Salazar didn't catch the ball cleanly, but managed to deflect it off the back of a France player. Guirassy is in the game for France. Here comes Jordan taking the spot of Boy for USA. Taylon Jordan out of Deerfield, Wisconsin. Gives it to Williams, gives it to Salazar, and he gets the and one. Jorge Salazar, nice impact on the game he has had. 6 points and a chance to add a 7th here. And he does. Salazar is a clean substitution for Steve Serio, both 3.5 classification players. Salazar and Williams chase this ball down. Williams scores the basket. Salazar runs some interference, and it's a 21-point game for Williams. Ramonet ripping in the other side and tries to thread the needle on a pass through the key. It's deflected out of bounds, and it'll be a France ball with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Jeremy Durand, miss. Jennifer with the rebound. Fifth rebound of the game, by the way, for Trayvon Jennifer. Salazar reaches up and over Girassi, but it must have affected his vision because that was a little too strong. We're past the halfway point of the third quarter. United States in full control, leading by 25. Looking to book their spot in the semifinals. Here's Durand. Swatted away. Girassi saves it, drops it off for Ramonet. He's going to try a three-pointer. Short, but rebounded by France. João Serre doesn't want to shoot it. Now he does. It looked good, but again, he just can't get it going. 17-6 is how much France has outscored USA in this period. And the Salazar, in 4 attempts, finally gets it. And he's going to get he's going to get a couple of offensive rebounds in there as well. How about that? 2 offensive rebounds to go with the 2 points and give him 9 in the game. Talk about second effort. Girassi, impressive. That almost fell in. Now Salazar has a chance for an assist if Williams can finish here. And dare I even ask the question? 23 points for Jake Williams. Now the United States just again putting on a clinic and showing the depth of their program. And Jake Williams, just outstanding. He has been the best player in this game. Now he feeds it to Salazar. He drops it off for Bell. And Bell has got 6, make it 18 points. USA getting ready for some substitutions here as we watch that last one drop in. Schulte, Fitzpatrick, and Serio all check into the game. Williams is going to get a rest. Bell's going to get a rest. Jennifer's going to get a rest. Ardouin, Ramonet, Durand, Ardouin, Bell, watched by Schulte. The fans are going to cheer, but that's not going to count. João Serre watches on from the sidelines. Has not been his game. He's faced more heat in this game, I think, than in any other, and 10 points for him isn't bad at all. It still leads his team, but he is 4 of 12 from the field. But his teammates, the likes of Ardouin, finding a little bit of reason to celebrate. But they are chasing this game in a big way. Here's Schulte, dishes it for Serio, and he banks it in. Americans set up on their defense, making life difficult for Spain even to get into the lane. Salazar says, yeah, that's my foul. Fans thought it was worse than it was. I think, well, it's a tough game. 14 on the shot clock for France. Durand, Ramonet. Fades and fires from distance. That was a good shot. Schulte. Waits for help. It arrives in the form of Serio. Gives it to Fitzpatrick. Serio. Fitzpatrick. Rebounded by France. Durand. Here's Ardouin. They work it in for Carrier. And he draws a foul. And he's going to get the end one, actually. The basket counts. This was always going to be a tough game for France. Had to have the really game of their lifetime for almost every player. And this United States team is just so consistent and strong. Has players deep on the bench who can do damage and plays with a consistent, unselfish effort. Here comes Steve Serio. He'll look for options here. Fitzpatrick. Serio. He's got Schulte alone under the basket, and he makes no mistake. His second basket of his return to Paralympic wheelchair basketball. Durand takes the three-pointer, comes up well short. Well, the way this tournament will work, the winner of this game is off to the semifinals. The loser is into the classification round. And the team that loses this game will be facing an opponent to decide whether they're playing for 7th and 8th or playing for 5th and 6th. And we'll show you that chart at the end of the game. After 3 quarters of play, it is USA with an absolute masterclass, leading 68-37 over France. Just a little better, and or a lot better in almost every single category. Jake Williams, best player in this game right now, is on the bench as of late. 23 points for him. Salazar making a nice contribution coming off the bench with 9 in short order. Durand fighting for every point, every inch. Bell, that was a beautiful no-look pass. He'll do that on a regular basis. And we are underway, 3rd quarter of play. And we are underway, let me try that again. 4th quarter of play. Less than 10 minutes between The winner of this game, which is looking like the United States, and the semifinals here in Paris. France will look to win this quarter and give themselves some positive mojo heading into their next game. They'll play twice more. The loser of this game, regardless, will play twice more. United States keeping that same lineup out with Fitzpatrick, Salazar, Serio, Jordan, and Schulte that they ended the third quarter with. There is AJ Fitzpatrick out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the only teenager on this United States team. They'll have stories to tell. Ramonet. There is nowhere to go for this French team. The American chair skills are so good. They're just keeping them to the outside. Carrier finally fights his way into the lane, and he does earn a foul. What makes this American team so impressive, they came into, after the preliminary round, second most points, check that, third most points scored in the tournament. So that's one thing. But then you combine that with fewest points against, fewest turnovers. That was just angry. That was just mean. Fitzpatrick drops it off for Serio, dishes it in for Schulte, passes for Salazar, and in it goes. Ardouin thought he had a screen getting set up. He doesn't want to shoot it. Now he still won't. 2 on the shot clock. He's running out of time, puts one up, and it gets rebounded by France temporarily. Then Schulte gathers in the loose ball, and he draws a foul. Schulte was saying that he had some discussions with Steve Serio, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and somehow it came up about coming back, and Schulte had continued to play some club wheelchair basketball, as I understand it, got himself in some really great shape, and he also talked about talking with some of the European wheelchair athletes who work for the same company. Schulte has a basketball wheelchair named after him, Schulte 7000, and he was just inspired to give it a shot, and sure enough, he gets back on the team. There he is, and I'd say he's in pretty, sure looks like he's in pretty spectacular shape. For a 45-year-old, originally from Ann Arbor, Michigan, making his comeback after retiring post the London Paralympic Games from the national team. And what a joy, what a treat, what a pleasure. Lots of smiles. You can see them on the faces of the Americans. Steve Serio grinning from ear to ear when he took that inbound. Here's Schulte. Here's Serio. And again, the return pass from behind the screen. No. Rebounded by USA. Serio picks it up. Now Fitzpatrick. Goes for the bank shot. It won't drop in. France comes the other way. Yes. Ardouin with a hard-fought bucket. Mamadi Traoré is out on the floor for France. Big physical player playing under the basket, number 93. This gets run off the court there by Salazar. Ardouin directing traffic as he goes. Kicks it out for Ramonet. Tries to turn the corner on Serio. Don't get to do that very often. Great speed shown by Ramonet. Fitzpatrick setting up for a shot behind the screen. It's going to miss. And Ramonet has France going the other way. He's got Ardouin with them, but Serio does a great job not taking a foul, but rubbing him out. Ramonet. That one comes a little short from Traoré. And the Americans back with it. 5.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 31-point United States lead. Timeout is being called. No, check that. This is substitutions being executed. An entire line change. It's like ice hockey. For United States into the game. Jennifer, Meyer, Bell, Romo, and Boy. Change them up, boys. Coach might have said. Fabian Romo takes it right to the hoop. Uncontested, drops it in. Luis Cayol out on the floor again. Or Cayol back out on the floor. He started the game for France. Hey, there we go. That was Ardouin. Meyer, Romo, Jeremy Meyer. Sorry, I almost used the French pronunciation of Jeremy or Jerome. Cayol, Luce. Does well to get a shot. Rebound gathered in by Bell. Bell for Meyer. Good job by Traoré to get in the way of Boy. Admittedly, that is a bit of a mismatch. And I've been impressed with this man, Ibrahim Guirassy. The 42-year-old is a 1.0 player. And he plays the game hard. And when he gets opportunities to score, he often takes advantage of them. Well, the coach glances up at the scoreboard because he knows that his team is off to the semifinals. They've still got to play another 3.5 minutes. And they want to do that unscathed. Luce. Ardouin from the left corner. Traoré back in for Ardouin. And something for the home crowd to cheer about. 10 points in the game for Louis Ardouin. Here's Romo. Fires a pass across for Meyer. Bell playing up at the top of the key. Here's Romo, nicely done. Well, the players are nicely cooperating. Nobody wants to take any fouls anymore, at least it seems. Here's Brian Bell. Sends a pass back to Romo, quickly kicks it out to Meyer. Rebounded by Ardouin. Boy has his path shut off, so they are back picking him still. Away. Can't get it to fall. Here's Brian Bell. Nice, just drops it off. Meyer. 100 seconds is all that is keeping the United States from a spot in the semifinals. Loose drops it off for Audrey Keol. Into Mamadi Troé. And captain of the French team, Audrey Keol, is down. He's okay, but he just needs a little support. Well, for this French team, it was a long time coming, getting back in the Paralympic Games. They had a proud tradition of being there and doing well. 7-time European champions. They didn't get an automatic bye. They had to earn their way in. They did earn their way in. It's been a tough go, as much in this game as any other. In fact, this has been, this and the game against Great Britain have been the two toughest games for France in terms of trying to be competitive. Here's Meyer. United States rebound, gets a new clock with a minute to play. And we do get a foul call against France and Jordan Luce. Luce was born in Martinique, former para-athlete, as in athletics, track and field, if you will. He lives in England. He met his wife, Elin, when he was competing at the Stoke Mandeville Games. United States hits 80. The lead is 33. Seconds are ticking down. Neither team looking like they're going to do anything in terms of substituting anymore. Just play out the seconds. USA will have a perfect 4-0 record as they head into the semifinals with a head of steam and a head full of confidence. For France, the home crowd tried to inspire them on to a magical performance. It wasn't to be in this one. But it was quite a spectacle for the likes of Steve Serio and Jake Williams and all of the rest of Rob Taylor's team. They put on a wheelchair basketball clinic. Too good for France in this one. When all is said and done, it ends 82-47 USA over France. There's the man who led all scorers in the game, Jake Williams. 23 points to go with his 10 assists and a double-double and 3 rebounds. 82-47, United States wins it over France, and they are off to the semifinals at Paris 2024. Pay, the assistant coach of USA. American fans. Steve Serio enjoying the moment. Nate Hines enjoying the moment. They're going to fight for the medals again, and they hope it'll be gold. Well, Steve Serio thanking those American fans in the crowd, but I think just thanking the crowd. It's such a wonderful moment for these wheelchair basketball stars. Yes, they play in Europe. Yes, they play on professional teams, but truly they don't get to play in front of 12,000 until they come to the Paralympic Games, and this is so special for them, and they truly appreciate it. We all wish it would happen on a more regular basis. Get these players together, get the big crowds in, and let's enjoy it. That's what's been happening in Paris. We tip our hat to you, fans in Paris, France. Here's the bracket. USA will play Canada in an all-North American semifinal. Winner to the gold medal game. It'll be Great Britain against Germany in a European battle on the other side. So we'll have one from Europe, one from North America, battling for gold here in Paris. Not so much about the stats in this one, just about the overall win. The answer to that question, Steve Serio, is yes, your team is going to the semifinals. Meanwhile, France will play Netherlands in their first qualification game, and they still have something to play for. But for the United States, the gold is still up for grabs here at Paris 2024. On behalf of our entire team, thanks for watching wheelchair basketball at the Paralympic Games in Paris, France. Lots more to come. Paris 2024.
Le comité